Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning, Starshine. I'm trying to decide what I want my opening line to be every time we do. I usually tell people.
Good morning.
I tell people at work, "Good morning, sunshine," all the time. Or Ryan, if you're watching, P.S. Good morning. It's just a thing we do because it's weird. But I kind of like, "Good morning, Starshine."
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay. I'm PM.
I'm Derek.
And what are we doing?
We are going through the 21 Days of Prayer book that was given to us, given to our whole church by Church on the Move in Tulsa. So we're dedicating this through the COVID pandemic. It's the first time I've actually used that word.
Pandemic.
The crises. Yes. So
whether you believe it or not.
Yeah. Whether you believe you'll be sick if you get
So you
sick
flat earthers out there, you can still talk to us. Sorry.
Yes. Wait.
Flat earthers.
Wait. Yeah.
Conspiracy theorists.
Wait. Are you saying the Earth is not flat? What are you trying to say?
Do you see our globe over there? I'm just saying, it's a globe.
That's what you want me to believe.
Okay. Anyways, back to what we're doing here. So we've had plenty of time to relax this morning, and maybe we should do these a little quicker so that we don't have time to get into this mode. To where
it's just because this is my first cup of coffee.
Well, because I was thinking this is my second cup of coffee, so that's my reasoning.
Oh.
Anyways, okay.
All right.
Back to what we're doing. We also have a group that we started. It is 21 Days of Prayer through COVID-19. I made notes so I could remember. And you watch the video. You can share this video. You can comment on this video. Any of those things. We would love to see comments and interaction, and not just with us, but with anybody else that may be reading the comments as well. Just remember that if you have a question or a thought, someone else may have been looking for the same answers. And if we don't know the answer, because that's quite possible, we will find out the answer or direct you to someone who can further help. Yeah. And then if you would like to join the group, I am sending out invitations. But if you have not gotten an invitation from me yet, and would like to join the group, just comment below and I'll make sure that you do get an invitation.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So today we are reading the 8th passage in the 21 Days of Prayer. And it is Matthew 5:38 through 42. Sorry, my nose itches, guys. Sorry. It says, "You have heard the law that says the punishment must match the injury. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. But I say, do not resist an evil person. If someone slaps you on the right cheek, offer the other cheek also. If you are sued in court and your shirt is taken from you, give your coat too. If a soldier demands that you carry his gear for a mile, carry it for 2 miles. Give it to those who ask, and don't turn away from those who want to borrow." Matthew 5:38 through 42. It says, Right now you live in arguably the most litigious, whatever, guilt justice-minded culture of all time. Most people in our world would laugh at the idea of actually doing what Jesus is suggesting. Jesus does not want you to stay in an abusive relationship. What would happen if people in your life noticed you giving up your rights to love in this way? You want to tell them what we found out about litigious?
Litigious.
Litigious.
Yes. Its root in litigation. It's you're so happy.
You're so happy.
So happy.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
So happy. Yeah, like, so you're looking for, not you specifically, hopefully not you specifically, but you see, some drops of water on the floor of Walmart. You're like, I'm going to slip in that because you want to be able to sue somebody. It's kind of, my nose is really itching this morning. Sorry. This kind of, our society is constantly trying to get what they deserve.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing.
Yeah. Everyone, well, not everyone. A lot of people feel like they're owed something.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Okay, so and it says Jesus does not want you to stay in an abusive relationship. So just keep that in mind as we're discussing this. We are not talking about someone who is abusing you. If you're being beat by person or verbally abused, any of those things. That's not what Jesus is saying. Jesus is saying, yeah, just stay there and deal with it. That's not what is going on here.
Right.
What would happen if people in your life noticed you giving up your rights to love in this way?
Yeah. I think this has more to do with your day-to-day interactions with non-believers primarily, but also, I guess, with other believers, because I mean we have conflicts with each other. So, sorry, ask the question again. In your day-to-day. Sorry.
What would happen if people in your life noticed you giving up your rights to love in this way?
Giving up your rights to love in this way. I mean, I've apologized to people that I didn't think I was wrong for.
Right.
And I think that had an actual impact with our relationship. The contentions that we were feeling went away a lot quicker. Right. And when the apology happened, it didn't matter if it was right or wrong, the situation. My pride was hurt. Yeah, it was probably one of the hardest conversations I've ever had. Was an apology that I didn't think I needed to apologize for, but
and that's something I'll point out. It does not say in here that you do not have a right to be angry.
Right.
It is, I mean, basically saying you do have a right, but what are you going to do with that? I think, like, again, it goes back to where's your heart, because holding on to that and not showing them the grace that God has shown us, what are you trying to accomplish with that? I mean, you're trying to punish them? Is that what it is? Are you trying to keep the power? Is that what it is? Because if it's just because you feel like you have the right, well, okay. And what about it? So I think that, we have to build relationship in order to build trust for people to hear us and to hear about the Word of God. Otherwise, if I'm holding a grudge against you, and I'm judging you for something you've done, but I'm saying, but hey, you need to listen to me, that's probably not going to happen. So I think that's part of it. That's a lot of it, really, I think.
Yeah.
And, you're basically going to the person and saying, you do not deserve my forgiveness, you do not deserve my grace, but as God has given me the grace that I did not deserve, I am giving that to you as well.
Yeah. And that's done more by implication than actually saying those words.
Right, yeah.
You probably
I mean,
you don't deserve this, but I'm going to forgive you. Probably not the
best way to go about saying it, right?
Verbalize it, yeah. Yeah, so it talks about being slapped on the right cheek. Mm-hmm. It's not talking about don't defend yourself if you're accosted in some way. So the Jewish culture has, and did at the time, a reconciliation law that if you were injured, as he references, an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, there was a reconciliation process that you were owed for your injury. This also extended into insults. So the slapping on the cheek was not meant to injure you; it was an insult. So in order, I don't know at the time whether the left hand was an insult or not, but being slapped on the right cheek specifically was. I know today that there are some sanitation issues that dictate that the left hand is taboo. So I could see why that would add to insult. But more so if you backhanded someone, there was more of it added to the insult. In fact, today there's a double fine for backhanding someone as there is to front hand slapping. So again, it's not talking about defending yourself against violence. It's talking about don't retaliate with insults, and don't retaliate for what is it? Damages to your pride or
to your psyche.
To your psyche, yeah.
Yeah, I did a little bit of study on it too. I mean, because when it says "do not resist an evil person," I think that wording to me was saying, because we're taught, resist evil.
Yeah.
We're always taught that. And I think the wording to me, and probably to a lot of other people, kind of cued you to think, well, are you saying don't resist evil? No, I don't think that's what that meant. I'm pretty sure that Jesus wouldn't have told us to do that. But I did some studying and to what other scholars had had said on the subject. One said this basically just means don't judge, hate, or resent it, as this will allow evil to rule over you. And another had went on and said that this means do not fret or be vexed by evildoers. Do not try to get even with or compete with evildoers. Bless them, do not curse them, and leave the revenge to God.
Yeah.
So it's never our right to put wrath or revenge on someone else. And as Christians, showing the love of God, what other way can we possibly do that but by showing people the love that God has shown us, and that He will show them as well if they just allow it.
Yeah. I look back and when I was a kid, when I was a teenager growing up, I did a lot of stuff that I never was held accountable for. So, I mean, that's only the grace of God that it kept me out of trouble. I like to tell people sometimes the only difference between you and the person is in prison is you didn't get caught. So,
if not for the grace of God, there go I.
Yeah.
I think of that a lot. When I see someone, I'm like, what is wrong with you? I mean, why would you do that? And then I really think back, it's like that I'm just 1 to 2 decisions away from that.
Yeah.
If you really think about it, so if that helps you at all to give grace, I mean, you don't have to use that as an underlying reason, but if that helps you at all to give grace, step back and think, how would they have come to this? Really, that's just a few decisions away from becoming that yourself, no matter where you are,
Good stuff.
Okay, so for tomorrow's passage, we are looking at Matthew 5:43-48. It says, you have heard the law that says, love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I say, love your enemies. Pray for those who persecute you. In that way, you will be acting as true children of your Father in heaven. For he gives his sunlight to both the evil and the good, and he sends rain on the just and the unjust alike. If you love only those who love you, what reward is there for that? Even corrupt tax collectors do that much. If you are kind only to your friends, how are you different from anyone else? Even pagans do that. But you are to be perfect, even as your Father in heaven is perfect. Matthew 5:43-48. The questions on this one is, enemy love. This may be the most remarkable idea in the way of Jesus. How is this love like Jesus' love? What makes this impossible love possible? And again, that is Matthew 5:43-48. So as you can see, it's just continuation. It's just you kind of grow in the idea of starting at this, where is your heart? And it grows in the idea from there. So you want to go ahead and read this and pray us out? Oops. We got it?
I got you.
Okay.
All right. Come close to God and he'll come close to you. Let these words of Jesus lead you into a few moments of prayer and write out your prayer. Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Help me to love those who have hurt me. I pray for those who seem to mistreat me, talk down to me, ignore me, insult me, and actively pursue my harm. Jesus is inviting you to follow him on mission, to know God, grow in freedom, discover purpose, and go and make a difference. What simple steps can you take to activate the way of Jesus in your life today? All right. God, thank you again for this time that you've given us. I thank you for revealing your word to us, revealing your intent and your purposes. God, this is a hard one for me, especially. It's hard for me to let go of things that I think I've been wronged for, but I know it's right. So God, help me to grow and to pray for those situations and those people, God. And I pray for those who hear this, who watch this, that you would reveal to them similar instances, either in the past or in the future, God. And I thank you for these things in Jesus' name.
Amen. Okay, so tomorrow, again, we will try our best to be here in the morning. I'm not giving a time because I don't want to be held accountable for that. So make sure to comment in the comments below. Share the video if you'd like. If there are things that you are doing during this time, I would love to hear about them. I would love to watch your videos and see what you guys are doing. If you would like an invite, make sure to let me know, and I'll send you an invite for our 21 days of prayer through COVID-19. The group, we'll have all the videos in there, plus resources. We have the link to get your virtual version of this book, and some other things in there as well. I will try to get invites out to everybody, but I may not be able to do that. You can only do so many a day. So if you specifically want an invite, let me know, and I'll make sure that you are on tomorrow's list of invites. Okay. All right. Have a good day. Enjoy your Saturday. Bye-bye.